Quote of the day, November 13th, 2025.
We take advantage of the things we take for granted, the things that are consistent in our lives. We know that something is consistent because we have no contingency plan, no thought, recollection, or action that we would do. We don't even fathom what would happen if this person, place, or thing wasn't there. Today, I wanted to talk about consistency. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. Quote of the day: acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate, unchanging in nature, standard, or effect over time. Definition of consistency. Song of the day: Hip Hop by Dead Prez. So today I'm going to do something that I normally don't do, and that is I'm going to talk to myself, and you guys will probably be able to relate. You'll definitely get a message from it because I'm sure there's a lot of you who have conversations with yourselves as well. And I'm going to let you know some thoughts that went over my head as I was looking up the word consistency. The thing is, I'm on this 60-day challenge, and being on this 60-day challenge, I had a couple of goals that I wanted to make sure that I got done, right? Things that I wanted to go on a streak for. I made a whole video of the things that I was just trying to do. And, you can definitely go check that out. And I won't necessarily regurgitate or reiterate those things here. But the important thing to know is that I failed. And I'm only 10 or 11 days into this challenge, and I've already failed. Not even halfway of the 60 days, and I've had sweets. I've missed the gym, and I've missed the days that I was supposed to read. I haven't read 8 pages every day. With that being said, the reasons that I did it, or the reasons that it came about, were legit reasons, minus the sweets, right? Because at the end of the day, I just failed and was weak and had some sweets. But when it came to the gym, wasn't feeling good 2 days in a row, had a headache, and I didn't go. When it came to the books, is the same situation. Had a headache, it was hard to read. If anybody's ever read when you have a headache, I'm sure we all have tried to. You know how taxing trying to read by having a headache can be. The other thing was I had a bunch of things going on at work. I had to pick up some extra shifts. I had to go to the office for a day, and there was extra assignments that I had to take care of. With that being said, these all sound, again, minus the sweets, like legit reasons on why I could miss the goal. However, the person that I am, the accountability that I have for myself, I wasn't taking that into consideration. And I decided this is why you're not where you want to be. Inconsistency. And I preach inconsistency, and I teach inconsistency, and I hold people accountable for inconsistency. Why don't I hold myself accountable for inconsistency? And I was being really hard on myself. And then I realized, look up the word consistency. Look up the definition of it. And it's unchanging in nature, standard, or effect over time. So in that sense of me being consistent for 60 days, I wasn't. But I can be consistent by going back to it. I can be consistent by choosing not to accept this failure. I can be consistent by trying to make up those workouts. I can be consistent by reading those pages and reading more. I can be consistent by being resilient. So, yes, you're going to fall. You're going to falter. Yes, you're going to stumble. You're going to come up short. And that is the point of a challenge, because it's something you're pushing yourself to do that you may not be able to do. It's not a challenge if you know you're going to complete it. It's not a challenge if you know you're going to win. It's not a challenge if you already know the outcome. The challenge is, will I be able to? What's going to happen when I don't want to? Where is my motivation going to come when I don't feel like it? What's going to happen if I know and I look down there and I know I'm not going to make it? Am I going to stop running? Am I going to decide to quit? Am I going to say, you know what, that's fine? Or even though I know there's not enough time to make another goal, even though I know there's not enough time to finish this mile, even though I know I'm not going to be able to push this last set, am I going to keep going like there is time? Like I can make it? That's consistency. That's resiliency. And maybe sometimes resiliency is more important than consistency. My message to you today is don't beat yourself up if you've fallen short. Don't beat yourself up if you're at a point where you had to take a step back, where you had to restart. Because consistency isn't just doing the same thing over and over again. Consistency isn't not taking a loss or a setback. Consistency is what is your mindset when that happens. Sometimes when you take a loss, are you ready to bounce right back? And then sometimes you're ready to throw in the towel. That's not consistency. Be consistent in your mindset that anytime you take a loss, you're immediately analyzing why it happened and what you can do better to make sure it doesn't happen again, to be more powerful, more smarter, more faster, more wise in that next time. And I've also decided that I'm going to make up those workouts, that I'm going to work in where I can go twice a day until I make up those 2 workouts, that I'm going to post the videos until I make up the days that I miss posting, that I'm going to read the pages. So while I don't make my 60 days, that right there is not going to be able to happen on this challenge. I will be able to say at the end of the 60 days, I still did the work that was supposed to be done. And on the next challenge, we'll be ready for those pitfalls that may come and may happen. We'll be ready for that extra workload, or if I'm not feeling well. We'll be ready with some deterrence to make sure I don't fall short on those sweeps. I want to encourage you to encourage each other. I want to encourage you to not believe everything you think, and definitely don't believe everything you see. If you woke up this morning and you decided, I'm going to be better than yesterday, that's consistency. And even more important, that's resiliency. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.